Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trackside Xfinity Series or NASCAR Auto Parts Series. Spelled wrong on the street. Oh no. We're here at Pocono. A three-turn track. Then we got Roy Bowling, John Fago, Derek Pye. Don't touch that wall. Don't touch that wall, Derek. Tyler Smith. Oh, Tyler Smith will be our first one to start our qualifying lap tonight. We got loose at exit 1. Derek at 5. That's a qualifying time. Chase Willis. See what Tyler Smith could get. I mean, obviously going to be on the pole when he crosses the start finish line, but the question is, will he stay there? Once Derek 5 crosses the start finish line, and right now Tyler Smith does have the pole. Would Derek 5 take it? Yes, Derek 5 does take it. A whole second faster. '22 Jarrett Streisig. John Fago with the pole. See what Chase Willis can get on lap 1. Derek 5 with the pole. Tyler Smith. Second lap a little bit faster, but not quite quick enough for the pole. Only 0.02 of a second slower, though. Like I said, just barely slow. Chase Willis, pole by 0.2 of a second. Roy Bowling in 5th. Jared Streisig. See what he can get for lap 1. 5th place. Willis still will not be able to get a qualifying time. Well, Chase Willis will have the pole. Oh, drifted. Oh, couldn't have drifted all the way. Well, let's bring in Chase Willis. Chase Willis, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you got yourself your first pole ever in Trackside here at Pocono, of all places. The Tricky Triangle.
Yeah, that was not on my bingo card.
Yeah. Well, tonight here at Pocono, you had a couple rough races over the past couple of weeks. What's your strategy going tonight? Just try to hold on to the lead as long as you can. Like, what's going through your mind right now?
Um, just don't die. That's it. That's what's going through my mind right now.
Don't
I have
die.
successfully killed the car or been killed by somebody else in the car in the past few races. I want space and openness. I don't care if it's dead last or first place, just I want space.
Well, buddy, hopefully you'll be able to get something rolling tonight, and hopefully we'll be able to bring it back in later for another interview at the end of this race.
Yes, sir. Until then, I'm dreaming of frolicking through open fields of racetrack with no one around me.
All right, buddy. Well, we're back at Grid Up here at Pocono. We got total 8 cars tonight. Waiting for the 44 Chase Willis to grid. The pole center always grids last. This is weird. Come on. Come on, Chase. You can do it. I believe in you. Push the button. You can push the magical button. That is the grid button. There he is. And a Pocono. Nova Steel started back, I want to say. Yeah, Nova Steel started back at 7, so he'll have the inside line to dip out whenever he feels like it. How about this? Well, what? They're going to go around. Current standings, Noah Steele, 108. Jared Straystick, 32 points behind. Tyler Smith, 40 points behind. Jonathan Green, 42. And Scott Straystick, 45. 8 points gap between second and third. Really close points battle between third and sixth. Ace guard back and dip down the pit of lanes. As we're back to go green. And green flag is out. Chase Willis, Derek Fry, and Tyler Smith side by side. Both these guys got a really good launch, and Tyler Smith going to his teammate of Derek Fry. Down turn one, nice and easy. Don't think anybody will have death here. No, everybody's fine. Almost had death in the back with 22 Jerry Strikes like a Noah Steele. Almost colliding, and looky here. Derek Fry got around the 44 Chase Willis. Chase Willis now underneath these two gentlemen battling for first place. He wants a whole lot of space, he says. He wants to be able to go open fields of racetracks. Quoting 44 Chase Willis. And single filed out. Now it's still up from 7th to 4th out of our small field for tonight. Chase was with the fastest lap of the race. The TFI Honors Fastest Lap Award to the 44. So quite doesn't have that. He doesn't have his legs to go wild and free. Oh, Dak! Oh, okay, he's fine. Eric Fye lost a lot of positions. He's now back at 5th. Noah Steele with the fastest lap of the race. Probably going to get another one. Chase was once again with fastest lap of the session. Hold on a minute. Trying to sort some stuff out. In. Guys, got about 22 laps of fuel. And now Noah Steele is slightly gaining. And Chase was off the exit of the turn 1, but so far it's only gaining up exit. And Chase was not able to really pull away like he wants to. Because Noah Steele was just right now sucked into the draft. Oh, Noah Steele more. Noah Steele the inside. Now turn 2, the tunnel turn. Noah Steele currently with the lead. But Chase Willis pull off the cutback, and yeah, he's trying to. Not able to. Smith was following the line of 44. This a little bit over a tenth completed during this race. It's right on board with the 44 Chase Willis. Far. And then Noah Steele coming back with 7th, all the way up to the front. Chase Willis has led the majority of this race. Top 5 really close together. Jared stick at the tail end of this 5-car pack. Stick. My bad. Tom Smith really truly got all over Chase Willis's bumper. File. About halfway through this fuel run. I wonder who's going to be the first person to dive down pit lane. Will the team, when teamwork try to put together, I mean, guarantee you they will. In a track like this with a little bit of draft. Well, yeah, no. All these guys using slightly different lines. No Seal seems to have the best one out of the group. Just on the straightaway, that's when front stretch. That's when they start gaining back on Noah Seal, but I think it's a turn 2, lose a lot of that time back. Chase was losing a lot of time, and that's hurting the rest of the cars behind it. It hurts Tyler, Derek, and Jarrett. Teammate of Noah Steele and iRacing Addicts. Uh, Bucket me. Sorry. About 7 to 8 laps ago, these guys are going to be about out of field. Tyler Smith got really tight out of turn 3. And not turn 3, turn 1. I'm sorry. I'm losing it tonight. Jared Streisig trying to pick up Derek Fa. Trying to make his pass out of the tunnel. There's Streisig with a clean pass on Tyler. Gosh, I just realized why I said Tyler, not Derek. Oh, I'm terrible tonight. It's all well and good, so we're all having fun tonight. Tyler Smith doing a little bit better. Since he messed up turn 1 a couple laps ago, he lost a decent amount of time. Chase was a Noah Steele. They got about 5 laps left on their field tank, so who's going to be the first person that decides to go down pit lane? Will it be Noah? Will it be Chase? Will it be Tyler? Tyler? Will it be Jared? Usually these guys like to pit around the same time, so oh, Jared Streisig. He got on the wall. Derek Fine blinking out a little bit. Those seems like major wheel damage to the right side of Jared Streisig. Chase was losing a lot of time out of turn 3. He was able to get that draft. Now the battle for is real truly and very interesting. Todd Smith, while been out in front, Jarrett and Derek been very close to making contact and causing a wreck. 3 laps to go. Actually, 2 laps to go till we'll have to come down pit lane. Probably more like 1 lap deal at this point. I just a second gap from first to second, 2-second gap. Ooh, Jared going all the way down the inside, trying to make a pass on turn 1. Wasn't able to make it work. Jared tries to looking to make his pass to the inside here in turn 3. Might be able to pull it off right here. Oh no, he will decide to go down pit lane. Chase Willis and Noah Steele. Derek Fire will lead his first lap of the race. Right behind him is a 517 of John Fago, aka Jonathan Green. Oh no, Chase Willis and Tyler Smith both of them missed their pit stop. No! That's gonna hurt them for sure. John Fago heading down pit lane. Derek Fine down pit lane. Runabout be back on the lead lap. But still got about a 3-second lead. Probably even bigger. Which about more than a 3-second lead. It's about a 4-second lead. It's Scott Strystick. The start of this race was 4th in the standings. Scott Strystick came down pit lane. Now hand over the baton back to the 8 car of Nova Steel. So next pit cycle, probably see around lap 40. And Noah Seal now with the fastest lap of the race. Tay Artist, fastest lap award. A 53.9. Chase Willis seems like he's closing in on a 22 car of Jarrett Streisand. Quick look at that. Quick run through the field. Noah Steele, the man's been dominant for 4 whole seasons, including this one. Well, if we include this one, it's actually 5. That's besides the point right now. The majority of the laps tonight, starting in the 7th, worked us all the way up to the lead. Has fastest lap in race, led most laps, and has led a lap. Jared Streisand, a man who's been consistently in top 3 all season long, so let's hope it will stay consistent. A lot of time I think hasn't been in second was last Friday night at North Wilkesboro, the Super Late Model Series. And speaking of Super Late Models, we will be back at New Smyrna in the Super Late Models this Friday at 9:25 for qualifying and a broadcast for the race. Chase Willis, 6th in the points, but right now, top 3. You'll definitely be able to gain some of those bonus points tonight. Doing fairly well, other than missing his pit stall. It's been very good showing for the 44 Chase Willis. 09 to Derek Fa. Stayed out a little bit longer with the 517 of Jonathan Green, aka Mr. John Boyko. For so I want to say Maybe 7th in standings. I could be wrong. Speaking of John Fago, and his 4th in the standings. Yeah, we just able to stay in the top 5 for most of this season and looking for another win. Even if it's not the fastest, but he's been consistent. And 21 Tyler Smith was 3rd during the pit cycle, and now back in 6th. Messed up his pit entry or Mrs. Pitbox really bad, and so now just losing so much time to the rest of the field. 787 of Roy Bowling. Starting in 6th and currently in 7th. Not too shabby. He's first season with us. Has his ups and downs, but right now I think he's just learning the track, learn who he's racing around. And of course, my favorite, number 94 of the group, Scott Streisick, doing fairly good. Let's go for us here in through the field portion of the race. Well, let's do one thing we haven't done in a while. Apparently the man who we are focused on. Chase Willis, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, mess up your pit stall or pit stop,
Yeah.
and but right now you're currently reeling in the 22 Jared Streisick. And what have you learned from on the first stint of the night?
Well, I can actually be a lot more aggressive on the brakes to start rotation on the car because this car is tight, so I can actually get really aggressive on the brakes and kind of start slinging this thing in there and get the nose to pivot where I want it to go, and it helps so much. I think that I finally figured to follow Noah a little bit and figured out how he was getting through tunnel turns so quick, and I tried to emulate it, and it's helped. So now we're just trying to get back to P2 and pray for caution.
Make it or may not, it's a tricky triangle for a reason, but it now with your thoughts on coming at the end of this was it towards the end of the second set, what is your thoughts on this pit stop?
I think I might take 2 tires. I really
Ooh.
want to loosen this car up. I think 2 tires might actually be a little bit quicker, help with corner entry.
Ooh, spicing it up. I like it. Well, thank you, Mr. Willis, and hopefully we'll bring you back in later.
Yes, sir.
So he has learned from watching being behind the 8-car Noah Steele. And it might change his pit strategy for this second pit stop. So, see if anybody else is thinking about taking two tires. So right now, gaining on the 22 car of Jared Streisick. Ooh, buddy. Almost kissed the wall. Slowly but surely. Gaining on the 22 car, Jared Streisick. We're about 5 laps away from the pit cycle to open back up. With 22 laps on the tank, I think that a lot of these guys may try to pit on lap 40 mark, but some people may stay out fully. Then the entire, not tires, so the fuel runs out. Chase Willis finally reeled in that a Dusty 22 car. Getting close, about a couple tenths off. 10th and a half. 3 laps to pit cycle. Actually starts going live once again. Turn straight second to the wall. Want to help out the 44. And Chase Willis delays his entry. Ford Mustang versus Chevy Camaro. Ooh, they touch! Oh boy! Little side contact there. Now drag race to the start finish line. Jared Streisick with the momentum to get around the 44. Derek 5 get a front row seat. Roy Balling with the black flag on pit lane. Chase Willis. Dip it down. Turn 3. Jared Streisick led it by. Chase Willis on the grass. Jared Streisick underneath. Chase Willis messed up turn 3 once again. Drag race. Jared Streisick not cleared. Chase Willis put him down. Jared Streisick barely clear. Put the 44 into the wall. Derek Fye heading down pit lane. So he's going to be the first one to actually pit on lap 40. Will anybody else take it? Tyler Smith up to 5th. John Fago in 6th has the 8 car, no steel right on his heels. These two guys still battling, trying to get around one another. We're balling 2 laps now. Tyler Smith, pit lane, second car. It's not. But these guys using 94 to Scott's 36 draft. 20 laps remaining here at Pocono. Chase Willis said himself he wants a looser race car. My goodness, how did he not touch that wall? It's a miracle. Here's Tricycle might be heading down pit lane. And he is. Noah still down pit lane. Chase Willis probably needs to head down pit lane sooner than later. We got 19 to go. Tyler Smith wants to buy. You want to get by? Well, Chase Willis take 2 tires. Last person to come down pit lane. 24, Chase Willis. Hopefully he won't be able to miss his pit stop this time. And looks like he nailed it. Oh my god, he didn't nail it. Right sides. Chase was about 10 seconds back. And Derek Fobb, the 3-lap older tires. Chase Willis only took right side tires, so let's see the difference in strategy. Will it work? Is the important. Cheers, Jurassic almost made contact with the wall. Bingo! Contact the wall. Here's Jurassic in the rumble strips. Kyle Smith's the only one who, I believe, used his fast repair. $16 laps to go. Jarrett's trying to take up to 4th. Will he be able to hunt down Chase Willis? Derek 5 was just blinking. Thought he had to go down pit lane to get damage repaired. 14 laps to go, and no, his internet not wanting to cooperate with him. Cheers tries to catch up to Chase Willis. He had a pretty good run. From the broadcast booth. Mr. Bennett, how are you doing?
Doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. With 13 laps remaining.
I've been watching this battle between Fago and Stryzik, and had Fago not hit the wall, I think he'd still be in front of Stryzik.
He may have, very well may have. Right now. '94 Scott Stryzik got a black flag on entering pit lane. And Chase Willis, he was gaining on second place at Derek 5. Now, I don't think that is no longer the case. Looking upon my data sheet. Yeah, with 12 laps to go. Really close battle for third. And both these guys trying to catch up to second place. Jared
That little slide. That little slide by Chase Willis might have been costly.
Oh! And it may cost the right damn a little bit of contact at the right rear. He only had taken right side tires just to help the car loosen up. So it's just, according to him, been plowing all night.
I'll say too, it looks like he knows that Jared's back there behind him, and he's trying to push it just a little too hard, and he's making just minor mistakes that could come back to haunt him in the end.
Very subtle. He's been losing a lot of speed out of turn 1 off exit, but he gains a decent amount of time on number 2 on the 09. And Jared's been the same boat, gaining and losing time. Same thing with a 44 to the 09 of Derek 5. Yeah, Jared's trying to take about half a second. Yeah, Chase Willis can find the right rhythm. I mean, about 2 seconds is not a lot of wiggle room, but he has to put a stamp on it now. But yet again, caution can come out at any moment. Everyone's so spaced out. And Jared lost a lot of time right there. He lost a couple tenths out of the tunnel turn. So you say you've been watching, and right, in your opinion, besides Noah Steele, who do you think would have had a great chance to win this race?
Well, I'm going to say if it hadn't been for some small mistakes early, 44 Chase Willis has had a heck of a car tonight.
100%. And on the first pit stop of the night, him and the 21 Tyler Smith both missed their pit box. So that loss of, like, at least for the 44, about 10 seconds. So he had lost so much time right then. And right now, with 9 laps remaining, under second and a half right now to second place of the Derek 5, the 09 car. Jared Streisig, but losing a lot of time to the 44. And the crazy part of this is Jared Streisig has 1 lap older tires than Chase Willis. But the only difference between those stops, one had 4 tires, the other one only had 2. Eight laps to go. We can finally see 44 in the camera, in a frame, if you will. All it takes is one mistake. I've raced this track multiple times, and it's a very costly mistake if you hit the wall out of turn 1 or turn 2. Turn 3 is kind of, in my opinion, one of the more easier turns, but turn 2 you carry so much speed to there.
Yeah, turn 2 reminds me a lot of Indianapolis.
That's just, oh, lost a little bit of time. He came close to making contact with the outside wall, so we're just talking about it. Jared Streisig, the gap has now more than a second and a half. With time winding down, Nine slowly but surely losing that gap that he had to the 44. Contact, that's going to loosen some time. Somehow, no, it did not.
It looked like it might have sped him up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, holy cow. He was like a half a second behind Derek 5, and that small straightaway gained 2 tenths. He got a speed boost. You know, when he pulled a Ross Chastain in that turn or something. Now he goes down to the inside. 5 laps remaining. Coming. We'll get Chase Willis clear him. I believe he has, and it's still side by side. And down to turn 2.
And there he's going to complete the pass, putting himself in second place.
But Derek Fies still on them heels. Derek Fies now. Yeah, Derek Fies down the inside. This will be the difference of tires right here. It will show.
Derek Fies is going to be aggressive and attack that corner hard, but Chase Willis just looking like he's got the speed to pull away.
Yeah, he had one of the faster cars out there tonight, besides the 8 car of Noah Steele. And Willis just had the speed at the all night, but he didn't quite have. I wonder if he never messed up that first pit stop, what would have been like for the 44 Chase Willis?
If he hadn't messed up that early pit stop, and if he'd have gone 2 tires to loosen up his car and get it more in his wheelhouse earlier in the race, I think he'd be up there neck and neck with Noah.
It would have been very interesting to see, because as of this moment, the last lap Chase was only 3/10 slower, but he also had to battle cars that were right there with him, such as the 22 car of Jared Streisand and the 09. Eric Fine not going to give up that easily.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. Fi is not going away, and he's letting Willis know that he's back there.
2 laps to go. Derek Fine got a little bit loose out of turn 3. This race has been caution free. Last time we were here at Pocono, we witnessed the flip of a lifetime.
Indeed, we did.
Yeah, with my brother behind the wheel.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That was in the 87s.
It was.
Pocono is such an interesting track, but it's so easy to make a small mistake that can be catastrophically damaging to your race.
100% a white flag in the air. Noah Steele with 12 seconds to spare. He could probably cruise to the last turn if he wanted to. He could probably run out of gas to still be fine if he ran out of gas in the last turn.
Representing that number 8 Wrangler car very well.
Very nice, bright yellow, beautiful car. Turn 3 for the final time of the night. Noah Steele dominated. And Noah Steele with the win.
Noah Steele doing what Noah Steele does. Chase Willis going to come in second with Derek Fye right on his tail to come in number 3, and that'll be your podium finishers.
And Sir Lynn, while we got him here for a little bit, let's bring in Noah Steele. Noah Steele, buddy, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, dominatory win as always.
Yes, sir.
Well, let me ask you a couple questions about the first pit stop, because Chase Willis and Tyler Smith both hugely messed up their pit stop and missing their pit stall. If both of them didn't mess up their pit stop, do you think Chase Willis would have been any bit closer than when he finished?
Yeah, he definitely would have been closer on a time gap. At that point, once I realized where he was at, I could just manage the gap, manage the car, drive the track. Yeah, it would have been totally different. Chase had really good pace. I mean, he stuck to about second by me when that first stint. So yeah, they would have been closer. Tyler definitely would have been closer. I think something happened on his second pit stop. Yeah.
Well, sir, what we got you here? Anybody want to shout out for tonight's win?
Family for support. Y'all for putting on the show, and then obviously the team. Uh, Try to coach Jarrett the best I could throughout that race. I was looking good for second place, but the track really tightened up, and it just didn't suit the driving style. Um, so shout out to them. It was a rough day for Scott. He's not a fan of Pocono, but well, hopefully they'll do good next week.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you think about taking right sides only because Brian Chase was about mid-race to see what he was thinking, and he decided to take right side tires? Did that ever cross your mind?
No, when you have a however big my gap was coming into that second stop, um, there's no point in taking two tires from my point of view. Um, it just puts unnecessary risk for those last 20 laps. Yeah, whenever you got that big lead, you just take four.
Gotcha, man. Well, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Hopefully, we'll see you this Friday night at New Smyrna.
Yes, sir.
Bring in the 44 Chase Willis. Chase Willis, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, ma'am. Second. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's a miracle I got back to second. I messed up that first pit stop pretty bad, and Noah was a little bit quicker than me, but I figured out why. It was wearing my right front so bad. So the next run, I kind of sent it and drove it a little different. The car was better over that long run, but I really wanted to get a gap between me and the people that were behind me. And I took two on that last stop, trying to free that car up like I said I was going to do.
Mhm.
And that also bought me a little bit of time in the pits, and it put me just enough in front of who was third place, which was Jarrett at the time, so that he had to try to make up ground to get to me. And I was hoping that I'd be quick enough to do it and keep him at bay for a while until he burned his stuff up trying to catch me. And then it happened. He ended up falling off, and I just was fortunate enough to catch Derek. I didn't think I was going to catch him and to get back to P2. So just a bold strategy at the end of the race to kind of make up for the mistake I made early on in the race. So coming out and with P2 is honestly the best case scenario I could have hoped for.
Now, if you didn't mess up that pit stop, would I feel like this is probably a perfect question. Do you think you probably still would have taken two right side tires?
I definitely would have. I'd have still done the same strategy because in the situation where I don't mess up that pit stop and I do have Noah there, my lap times mathematically would be similar enough to his that if I could save, 6 or 7 seconds in pits, overall, it might give me enough of a buffer to keep the lead and hope he doesn't run me down. So it would have been it would have at least been eventful, but that was not the case, unfortunately. I think Noah still would have ended up catching me and driving by me, but it really would also depend on how hard he was pushing to get to me too.
I got you, man. Well, congratulations on second place. Anybody want to shout out for tonight?
Yes, my lovely, wonderful wife for allowing me to do this and not beating me over the head with a stick. So give her a shout out. Shout out to the boys in the Discord, and shout out to you for putting this thing on, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I hope we see you this Friday night at New Smyrna.
Yes, sir.
Last and finally, but not least, Derek Fee. Derek Fee, you got a coffee?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Oh man, third place. First podium in a long time. What it feels like.
I just got second place
But
last
what?
week.
Oh, did you? Look, let's see how much I remember.
It was a very forgettable second place last week.
Man, I gotta do better.
Uh,
But man, yeah, third place, two podiums back to back. Man, how do you feeling out of that?
uh, Pretty good. It was a pretty fun race. The first stint there, we were all kind of right there. Noah kind of started slipping away a little bit at the end, but for the most part, it was tight. And then I actually wanted to pit with Tyler when he came down the first time, just so we could keep each other's drafts. But I let Jarrett get inside of me there on the turn 3. So then they all pit together, and then I just kind of did my own strategy and just kind of logged some laps, short pitted there for the second stop, and then tried to hold off Chase, but Chase was just too quick, and I think he timed his pit stop right, so his tires were just a little bit better than mine. And overall, I'll take the third place. I thought I was pretty quick, and honestly, I was probably third fastest, and that's where I finished.
Well, sir, congratulations on said third place. Does anybody want to shout out for tonight's podium?
Yeah, I'll shout out you for putting these broadcasts and races together. Tayfi Artists, just for being the sponsor on the car, sponsor for the fastest lap. Uh, and I'll shout out my dog Beasley too. She's probably sleeping on my side of the bed right now, so I'm gonna have to kick her out when I go
Oh
home.
no,
But
come on, you can't kick out the dog. Not the dog.
she likes to sleep sideways. I can't. There's no room. She
Look,
takes up the whole bed.
put the dog on top of you. There.
I, she's like 75 pounds, man. That would
You
be
can do
a
it.
heavy blanket. That I would probably have some
You
crushed ribs.
you will live. You'll be fine. Well, man, congratulations on third place, and hopefully we'll see you next week at, I believe it's the Glen. No, it's
Awesome.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
No, it's Charlotte.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Hopefully we're towards the front. I know Tyler will probably be quick. Chase will be quick. Noah obviously, and I bet you Jarrett will be quick too. So
I
I
I
think it's
I
gonna
don't,
be a good race next week.
I don't know how true this is, but I do believe Noah said he would not be here for one of these races. So
Oh.
yeah. Get your hopes up.
Maybe I'll get up to second place behind Chase next week then.
Well, man, you have a good night.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Well, Mr. Medlin, thank you so much for coming in towards the end of the broadcast. Thank you, as always, for coming out. Always a pleasure to have you in here. Any final thoughts or final words?
We got to find somebody to stop Noah Steele.
You're telling me. I need someone. Need some. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be back Friday night at 9:25 Eastern at New Smyrna in a super late model. We'll see y'all then.